Nowadays, internet is filled with boring websites and the same layouts again and again and again. And especially when AI came in, these award-style animated websites with a lot of animations and storytellings have more demand than ever. So today we are going to learn how to design these award-style animated websites inside Figma, and we'll animate them in Figma as well. And at the end, we are also going to learn how to record these prototypes in a clean and professional way, send it to your developer to show them how it needs to be developed, how animation should perform, and third, you can showcase in your portfolio, social media profiles and everywhere to attract new clients as well. So let's get started. Okay, we are gonna design a website for a cafe today. So first, what I will do, I will create a sitemap for it so we can know what sections actually we need to design before even going into the design. So what I will do, I will create maybe a sections list first. That can be a sitemap or information architecture. So we will have our hero that will showcase our product. You should do a lot of research when making a sitemap, but I have that in mind, like what I want to put into my website. So second section we will have their selling point, and then we will add a third section that will be their menu. So these sections we are going to design today, and we will animate them and create a complete prototype out of them. Now first of all, one suggestion for you is when you are creating a layout on your hero section, make sure what products or what element you are going to showcase on the hero section. Now the pictures or the product shots that you are going to use here, that could be the client already have a product shot, different product shots of their product. You can import them and create a design around that, just like a poster design. But when you don't have really good product shots from clients itself, instead of finding product shots on a stock platform, what you can do, find the product mockups that will perform much better than a product shot, because mockups are really high quality and usually built in 3D environment, so they have really great quality compared to a product shot. So this is just one tip that you can follow when you are creating a layout. Add your branding into that and then use that. So for example, I found this mockup on Envato. I downloaded that and pasted into Photoshop. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply my branding into that. First of all, I will apply all the colors that I wanna have in there. First color, our second color, third color, and then we will apply our fourth color, just like that. Now we have our colors ready. Now what I will do, I will double click on this where we can paste our designs. Here I already have some design from the mockup itself, so I'm gonna use that. So if you see, we now have a design here. Same like that, you can add your own branding here about the product. So I'm adding all the branding here. So now if you see, we have a really good product shots. So what I'm gonna do now, if I take this image, remove its background, okay, and export it as PNG, but what will happen, these all will be in a simple one picture. But what I want is all of them in separate layers, so I can animate them separately. When we will go into animation, you will understand better why we need them separate, but yeah, just follow along for now. I'm gonna hit Ctrl Alt Shift E. If you see, that's gonna create a layer here, and from this layer I can select these one by one by a marquee tool like this. I selected this, I pressed Ctrl C, then Ctrl N to create a new file, then Ctrl V. Now we have this one separated. Now I will export it as a PNG. Similar like that, we will export all our products separately as a PNG. If you see, we have all our products in separate PNGs like this. I'm gonna use this complete thing and I'm gonna paste it into here. Now we got our product in there. Now we will design our layout according to these products. It's very easy to design a layout when you have a short you want to create a layout around. So now I have my layout. So I have here empty space, I have here empty space. First of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a grid here. I will go to layout guide, then I will go to columns. I will add a 12 column grid. I will add 72 margins and 16 gutter between it. Okay, so we got our column layout. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first design the head. First I will create a frame here, and then maybe I can add this same color but in like 2% in very less opacity like this, and I will add background blur on it like this. Now we have our header container ready. I will add a border stroke of 0.5 pixels of this brown color. Okay, so we have our header. Now let's put all the things in our header. So we've added all our links and our logo and other things in our header. Now if you see these products, these are looking good, the composition is good, but we can add depth in that. So to create depth, one way is to create realistic shadows in there. If I want to create some realistic shadows, if I go to drop shadow and create some shadow here, if you see, it's not that much realistic, like this product is really in this environment. So what I will do, I will go to shape tool and I will create a shadow like this, here, 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 following the product. Then what I will do, I will add a fill on it on this same color but in a darker version. Then I will place it behind and I will add a lot of layer blur on it and I will remove its opacity. So if you see now, this shadow is looking much more realistic than just a drop shadow. Okay, so I will add a progressive blur here like this and maybe increase the opacity. Now if you see, this shadow is looking much more realistic than just adding a drop shadow. Similar to that, I will add the shadows on all like this. Now they really seem like they're really a 3D element floating in this environment rather than just some boring static images. Now let's create our layout here. I'm gonna add a heading here, so I will bring out my text tool, rich and aromatic coffee lounge, something like that. Okay, I will remove its all caps, then we will reduce its size and place it here, something like this, using our primary font, and we will use our main color here as well. Okay, so we got our heading here. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some social proof here, 20 plus flavors of coffee. Okay, then I will add it here and then we will add 2 more of our social proofs here like this. This can be reviews and this can be variations, maybe 50 plus variations, 20 plus flavor, 15k plus review. So we added our different numbers in there and we can add maybe our primary color in there or maybe not. So we have this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reduce its opacity a little bit so it's not overpowering our everything. We don't want everything to overpower. Next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move it up and I'm gonna add call to action. Call to action could be visit us. So it's a coffee website. We don't want them to buy, we want them to come to our cafe. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a 24 and has grotesque. Then I'm gonna add auto layout on it and I'm gonna add our main primary color on it like this. Maybe we can do something exciting with this as well. Maybe we can add another thing here and add an icon here. I will go to iconify, arrow icon, maybe something like this we can take and we can add in here, remove this one goes like this goes like this, and we will make this one only stroke like this. Okay, now we have our button ready. Now if you see, if you look at it, our whole layout looks good, but there's only one thing that can be better, and that thing is this empty space. We need to fill this up. We can add maybe some text in here, we can add anything that maybe some social proof, anything in here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some personality in this website. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a custom illustration. You can find these custom illustrations from all over the internet, Envato, anywhere. So now we have our hero section ready. I'm gonna take a picture like this. You can just search for shadows PNG or something like that and you will get it. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I will add this shadow in the background to create a little bit more depth in there in the background and maybe reduce its opacity like this. So if you see, it's just a subtle change, but it creates a lot more depth in there. theoretically we could stop here, it's done, but you can add different ideas, you can add a little bit more personality to give customer a little bit more playful vibe from your cafe. So what I'm gonna do for that, I made these custom stickers that we can use. Okay, so I will place them randomly here, one here, one here, and one here. So if you see, it instantly adds a little bit more personality into the whole thing. So now our hero section is ready. Let's move forward to the next sections. Before animating anything, first you need to design the thing, then you animate it. Now next we will design the next section that we have. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna increase this one. Okay, this size. I'm gonna create a layout here, so I can now, I'm taking 1660 height of screen size, so I remove that and I will add a scroll. Now I know, okay, this whole section we need to design second. So you can now, okay, this is the first section, this is the second fold, like on one scroll it will come here, on second scroll it will come here. So you can design fold by fold, so there's no section that is going like in two folds or something like that. So now our second section would be their main selling point. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the display font that we have and I'm gonna place it here. So I'm gonna add some our selling point here. We use premium fresh beans and fresh grounded spices. Okay, so this is our main headline that we can use in here. Other than that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my primary text and I'm gonna add in here maybe about us or our story or anything like that. One heading we will add in here. We will make it to all text, maybe make it 34. Okay, then we will paste it here and we will make this into this, and we can take this as well, this illustration as well, and we can just take a part of this illustration like this, okay, and use it here. So it gives it a little bit more personality. I will add it in a frame first, then make it like this. Okay, like this. So we have our everything here. Next, what I'm gonna do for this section to add a little bit more personality to it, because it's looking very simple and plain. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make it like this. We use premium here. Then I'm gonna add a picture here. We can add some pictures in here. We can add maybe pictures of happy faces. We can add picture of our cafe in here. Then I will add in here fresh beans and ground spices. I will add fresh beans like this, then ground spices, and here I will add another of this. In these ones we can add a picture. I will go to Unsplash and search for some coffee pictures for now. Maybe one this we can use, or this one we can use. Yeah, this one would work. Then here we can use this one like this. Okay, you can even add, we can even add a little bit of stroke outside, so it follows the same vibe that we are following here, and that stroke will be of this color. So we have this. So our main concept is one of these products will come down in front of it. I'm gonna maybe add some depth in this one as well. Okay, either you can do something like this, but if that feels like you are cutting it, you can take this hole and make it like this. Okay, I will make it in a horizontal and make it something like this. Okay, now we have our two sections. Now let's get to animating them. We will not design this menu part for now, so you guys can learn how to animate it first. Maybe we will design it later. So let's get back to animating it. So first of all, you guys need to understand how animation actually works. Okay, animation basically what it is, it's a before state and an after state. So there's a before state of a thing, then an after state of a thing, and when one thing goes from a before state to an after state, that calls an animation. Let me give you a smaller example first. Okay, so if you see in Figma, if I have a frame and in that frame I create a square. Okay, now in the next frame, this is our after state, this is our before state. In after state, I want this to become bigger. Okay. So now in before state it's smaller, in after state is bigger. Now if we connect it through prototype and I will add smart animate, if I play it, so you can see when I click on it, it goes from before state to an after state. So that's basically what animation is. Only thing that you need to think about, what will be there before state. After states we already have. What will be there before states? So let's learn one by one. First we will learn how to create a simple scroll animation. Okay, we have two sections. We have to create a scroll animation. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a duplicate. Okay, and in there what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold control and make it to our original screen size that we have. Now if we want to make a scroll animation, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a duplicate. So if we want these all things to scroll, how we can make a scroll animation, these all things, the hero section itself will go up and everything which is down there in the second section will come to the canvas. So if we make it in practice, I will remove the clip content for now. I will take all the things of the hero section, select everything from here except the header, and I will move all of them up. Sorry, I forgot the shadows. I will select all shadows as well and move all of them up outside the frame while holding spacebar, so it doesn't go outside the frame itself. Okay, like it's still in the frame but it's just outside the canvas or the screen size itself. Next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all these things and move them above here. So if you see in practice, we created a scroll animation like in Figma. Okay, so if I add from select it, okay, now I connected these both with on click, and if I preview it, if I just click in here, went to a second section. So this is how basically every scroll animation in Figma works. Okay, now we need to go a little bit more high level. So for that, what I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna take another duplicate of this. Now what we need to do, I want to make sure like when our website loads, these all things are not just there, they come by animating, creating a more interactive and immersive feel to the website. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create before states of every element. I'm gonna create a duplicate of this frame. First of all, let's create the before states of this sticker. The before state of this sticker will be, it's completely scaled down. Then this one completely scaled down. Then this one completely scaled down. Now the before state of these stickers are, these are completely scaled down. So now if I connect these two, if you see, and I add custom Bezier 1600 and I add this graph, if you guys can remember this graph, you can use it on almost any Figma animation, but you should experiment with these graphs as well. We will maybe make another video to understand how these graphs work. So if you see, if I click here, these are coming from their before state, which is 0 scale, to an after state. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create another before state. Even before that, what will happen, I'm gonna move everything outside the frame. So it goes from an empty state to this screen. I'm gonna move this header up while holding spacebar. Okay. Next, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move these things. I'm gonna add more spacing in there first, like this. Okay, so when they will coming into an after state, they will coming together as well. Like if they come from this state to this state, obviously all will be coming nearby each other. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move all of them outside the frame while holding spacebar. Okay, similar to that, I'm gonna scale this button down to 0, this thing down to 0 as well, and I'm gonna move this thing down here. Okay, so if I animate it again, if I connect it again like this, okay, so if I play the prototype, so if you see, everything comes from their own before state to an after state. Okay, let's go one more before state. Okay, you can even do before state of these ones in here as well, but let's go one more before state. In here we want it to be completely empty canvas. I'm gonna select the shadow of this cup and this, scale it down a little bit and move it these two. I select both, scale down a little, maybe rotate a little, just a little bit, and move them here. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this one and its shadow, scale it down and move it here. So what happens, they will come from before state to an after state while scaling up. Okay, they will scale up and come to their final position as well. So now if I select both and connect the prototype, if I play the prototype, so if you see, they are coming like this. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna move this orange one a lot back than this, so these all are coming one by one. I will take this, I will clip content again, maybe add, decrease the speed of it, and if you see now, these are all coming like this. Okay, now if we play the whole animation itself, so if we play the whole animation, its first comes first, then all the UI elements come, then the text come. Okay, now next thing what we need to do, we need to create an after state after this, the same thing that we did here. I will create a duplicate first. Okay, then what I will do, I will move all these things up. Okay, but what I want to do, I don't want this cup to go up with all these things. I want this cup to go down on this section. I want a product scroll animation. I'm gonna select all these things, every element in here except that cup and its shadow. So everything else is selected, and I'm gonna hold shift and space and move all up. Okay, like this. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna remove the clip content. Okay, and I'm gonna take these all things and move them up like this. Okay, and here what I'm gonna do, I want to make sure that this thing is above these all text. So I'm gonna take these and make it above like this, and I'm gonna do that in the same with our previous frame as well. So everything is above here, so these things are above this like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna arrange it on this canvas. So if you see, so let me first make you understand what really happened here. Okay, so if you see, we had a before state, okay, of these all things. Okay, and now their all things after state is up there. Okay, but this one's after state is here. So if we connect it now, so as you will see, if I click on it, the product goes down and everything goes up. One more thing that we can add in here, I want to make these ones move a little bit as well. These all text and these, like as they are coming up, they are moving a little bit as well. I'm gonna go to its before state. What's this one's before state? If we go here, this is this one's before state. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna move it here, move this one here, maybe move this one here, and I'm gonna remove their opacity to 0%. Then I'm gonna scale these ones down and this down. So if you see, this is our before state now, and this is our after state. Now if I play, so as you see, they all are coming into the frame while moving. So we have our complete animation. So if I click, all the things come, then all UI elements come, then all the stickers come. Now we have our hero section. If we click again, this will go to a scroll animation. So this is our complete animation. Other than that, you can even remove one part of it like this. Like from this animation, I want to remove this part. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to prototype and connect this directly to this. So what it's gonna do, if you see it, all the things are gonna come at once, and then we will have our stickers, and then we will have this. Now next thing what we will learn is how we can showcase this design. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna screen record it. I'm using OBS to do the screen recording. You can use any software. If you have a low-end PC, there's one software called Overwolf that you can use. I will link it down in the description, that I used to use when I had a shitty laptop. And if you have a good PC, then you can use OBS for recording. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna screen record this whole thing first. I will go to full screen, and then I will screen record the whole thing from start. I will click, then I will click, then I will go here. So this whole thing is screen recorded. Now Figma, most of you know how to use, so that's why we didn't go depth into like how to add auto layout and all that. But for After Effects I'm gonna go a little bit more step-by-step tutorial so you can know, because a lot of you don't know how to even use After Effects, so you guys can know how to properly use it and how to do the stuff that we are trying to do. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go File, New, and create a new project first. Then I'm gonna go to Composition and create a new composition from here. Okay, and that composition you need to set a width and a height of the composition, and that width and a height of a composition will be according to which platform you are posting it on. So let's say I'm gonna post this thing on Instagram. So for Instagram, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use 1080 by 1920. Okay, this is like 1080p resolution. You can use 4K resolution in there as well, and I'm gonna make it around 20-second composition. Okay, so do that, then I will create it, I will name it coffee, and I will press enter. So we got our composition here. So if you see, this is like a Instagram screen size. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drag and drop my screen recording here. So if you see, this is the screen recording I have. I'm gonna scale it down. Okay, this is the screen recording I have. From here it starts and it goes end. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it from here. So to cut, what you will press Control or Command and Shift and D. So it's gonna cut it here on the timeline. What you will do, you will delete this first part, but just pressing delete, and move this all the way to the start. So from start it will go from here, then here, then here. So this is our complete animation right here. I will again press Control Shift D or Command Shift D, and I will delete this part. Now we have our whole animation. Now how to present it better. So first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna zoom it a little bit. Okay, then I'm gonna select the rectangle tool and create a rectangle above it. I'm gonna remove the stroke and create a rectangle above it like this. Okay, so we got our rectangle above it. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on here, and you can see if there's option for that or not. You can toggle switch modes, and when you have this option, okay, track matte, from here you can select alpha matte shape 1. So if you select this one, make sure this shape layer is up. So if you see, now this is clipped to this shape itself. So there's a little bit black still showing off. So I'm gonna do it like this. So if you see, now we have it in a proper square layer. Now one other thing that you can do, you can go to this shape layer, open contents, then open rectangle 1, then rectangle path, then from roundness I will increase the roundness a little bit. So you see the border radius is increased a little. Next, what I want to do, if I want to present it properly, I want to add some background. You can use any background in there as well. I'm gonna save this coffee. You can use any background in there. Right click here, new, and then you can go to solid. Okay, and from that solid you can create a solid color background, maybe this color I'm using. Okay, and then you can paste it down here like this. So you see, we have a proper background. Now to present it a little bit more better, we can do a lot more better than that, right? We can create a shadow behind it as well. So for that, what we can do, I will go to ellipse tool from here. You can hold click on there and this will open up ellipse tool. You take that ellipse tool and create an ellipse like this. Okay, then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to effects and presets. Okay, if you can't find this window, you can go into window, and from here you can find effects and preset, and it will open up here. I will find blur, Gaussian blur, and I will apply it on my shape. Okay, and then I will increase the blur like this. Then what I will do, I will move this behind our thing. Now the opacity of the blur is too much. Then I will press T here to open up opacity and remove the opacity a little bit like this. Let me give you some more use cases. Maybe you want to add a picture behind it. So if I can just drag and drop any picture and I will add it in behind, and I will scale it up completely. So now we have a picture behind it that looks much cooler as well. You can add blur on that picture as well. You can do all sorts of things in here. Okay, next let's see how to export it. First of all, we have our video till here, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press N, that is gonna cut it out everything here. Then I will right click here and trim comp to area. Now we have our complete area of composition. Okay, then I will go to file, export and add to render queue. I will press this and then I will press render. Now it will start rendering the thing. Okay, and this is the final result that we got. Now you can post it on your all social media platforms to attract more clients, or you can showcase this same exact thing to your client as well to get approval on your design. If you guys have any questions, any confusions, let me know in the comments. And if you want me to create more videos like this explaining or breaking down some of the awards animations or giving you tutorials about that, how to create them, how to create them in Figma, how to create them in Figma, how to create them in Webflow, anything, just let me know and I will create a video. Until then, bye bye.